This is an adult channel.
In this video, we'll be taking a look at the Eaglemoss XL runabout from Deep Space Nine. That's what it looks like in the box. Oh, the stand's stuck in the box. And I'll be doing a comparison to the Playmates and the Hallmark, because that's all the runabouts I have. Oh, there's some styrofoam. Now, as you can see right there, the window application is not clean on that window. That's too bad. It's the Orinoco. Translucent facade collectors, which is nice. That occasional yellow paint app usually makes things pop. Right back there. Those are the thrusters. More styrofoam. And the nacelles. Let's get back to the nacelles. The side of the nacelle there is translucent, which is pretty awesome. If a person wanted to crack this open, they could put lights in it. I think, yeah. There's translucent pieces right here on the pylon, I guess I would call that. You could crack this open and put lights in here really easy. I've cracked them open. I've got the Stargazer cracked open right now. I want to put lights in it, mainly because it's 1/1000, which is my favorite scale for models, for ships. Look at these. I assume that those are impulse engines. They are very reminiscent of the impulse engines on the Enterprise D, except there's no black inside the center there. Phaser strips. And this pod, I think that's a sensor pod. Got some good detail going there. Nice pennant app. There's not any paint apps on the details in there, which a little bit of paint detail inside there would really make it pop. The energized crystal, I guess. This thing is like a mini starship with all the impulse engines, the phaser strips, the crystal. More styrofoam. What do you think of the runabout? When I first saw it, I thought it was pretty cool. Look at the bottom. There's some detailing, but not much paint app. Now, the bottom of the nacelles, I'm sure those are landing pads. There's even a phaser strip, because that's how it sits on the nacelles. It rests on them. And did you know, I'm friends with some of the designers on Facebook. Did you know this is supposed to detach right there? This command module, I guess you'd call it, detaches right here. So we can, it could be an escape pod, but it detaches from the main hull. We never see that, but it's supposed to, which I think would be pretty cool if we ever saw it. Nice paint up there for the entry door. Not sure if those are windows or not. I'll take a quick look at the book probably. This is a nice little model. I really like it. Could use some more paint app detail. It would make it right in there, right in here. It would make it look even more realistic. And inside I guess that's a sensor pod. You can see inside there, there's some darker grays. The overall color of this ship is a gray with darker gray and yellow accents. Here's the back of the pod. Could use some paint apps here. Now these are windows, and I'm not sure about right there. Probably window too. I like this runabout. I like the concept of it. Look at that profile, the top view. Pretty sharp looking ship. Pretty sharp looking ship. Let's check out the scale. Okay, this Eaglemoss runabout is 1/112 scale. It's 8 inches long, and the runabout, if it existed in real life, would be 75 feet long. So this Eaglemoss runabout is 1/112 scale. Kind of a weird scale, I know. But It's, as I've said in many videos, Eaglemoss and a lot of other companies still do it today. Make a certain size box that they want them to fit in, and that's how the model is decided. The size of the model is decided. Now let's take a look at the Playmates. Now here's the Playmates runabout, and the scale on the Playmates is 164. 164 on the Playmates, which is a popular scale for model builders. It's a big one, bigger scale. Now this toy is a little bit fat compared to the Eaglemoss. The Eaglemoss seems to be a little bit longer and skinnier. I'm not going to do a comparison on that. But if you, this is a toy though that was made what 25, 30 years ago. There's Kira. But it's still a pretty awesome toy. And the back opens up too. I recently saw him, this actor, Alexander, in the Foundation series. He wasn't a doctor, he was an attorney. So, yeah, it is what it is. And we've got the pads. It's got wheels for some reason. Right here. But I love it. I love this toy. It's cool as hell. I wouldn't mind 3D printing a 1/18 scale. And I'll do the math on that real quick. 75 times 12 is 900 inches divided by 18. It would be 50 inches. Divide that by 12. It'd be a little over 4 feet long. Yeah, 4 feet for a 1/18 scale runabout, which these figures are not 1/18. These figures are, they're 5-inch scale. They're more like 1/14, I think, something like that. And of course, the 6-inch figures are 1/12. But this, of course, is electronics, and it has lights. And the cells light up, and the side collectors do not. They're just painted. That's pretty cool. I like how Playmates put it in the cruising sound, I guess it would be called. Now, if we take a look at this one, it has the Energizer also. It does not have the pod, which I've been thinking about 3D printing a pod to go on this. I might just do that. I think that'd be cool as hell. But yeah, this is definitely fatter to accommodate the figures, because if the central body was long, like it was supposed to be, like on this one, it wouldn't have fit in the box. But we have the windows here. I guess they're windows, just like on the other model. And there's the Energizer. No pod. The detail here is softer. It's better on the Eaglemoss. Like I said, this is supposed to detach. If I ever 3D printed a 1/18 scale runabout, I would make it detachable. The back here, of course, here's the windows. The detail is, well, similar, I guess we'd call it. I do know that the nacelles are more squared off. These nacelles are softer, they have a more round edge. And let's look in the middle. Yeah, see these are painted. They don't light up. I still love this toy though. And of course, we looked at the bottom just now. Look at the detail. There's the battery box, and it's actually more detailed on the bottom than the Eaglemoss. Yeah, the Playmates is, and that's not something anybody really looks at, you know. What's this? Does that open it up? I never knew that. Oh yeah, that opens it up. That's so weird. I've had this thing for 20 some years. I didn't know it did that. The back doesn't have a button. What a weird thing to do. I mean, it snaps closed. I don't know. I don't know. And of course, you know, the cabin is right here. I guess Playmates did the best they could, but you can see that it has a longer section right here compared to this runabout. The windows are up closer up front, and these windows are set back because, you know, they had to get the figure in there. So they played with it. These windows should be up here, and then this curved area should be down farther. I still like it as a variant. You could call it a variant, because, you know, Starfleet was around for hundreds of years. In the future, it's going to be around for 100 years. So a variant would work out. Now let's take a look at the Hallmark. Now this is an older one. It's still connected. As you can see, it lights up. Got some good detail going on there. Of course, it doesn't have a pod either. The windows are about the right position up there on the command module. I'm calling it a command module. Hallmark seems to have different apps. Like around here, it's brown. The energizers are brown. I'm assuming that's an energizer. It might be a hatch. They look pretty similar. Yep, very similar. It's like Hallmark has some tiling going on, some etched paneling, the recessed paneling, and the Playmate or the Eaglemoss does not. It's like the Hallmark is a little more detailed. This is a gold instead of a yellow. It says 1999, so it's a 26-year-old ornament, and it's got the phasers back here. This is translucent, and so is it. Look inside there. So you got some lights going on in there, and this is translucent. See if I can turn the light out. One of the lights. Yeah, you can see the glow of the red. And of course the bottom. Wow, look at this detail. Turn the light back on. So we got some brown inside that for the Hallmark. And here we don't. Of course, the Hallmark doesn't have that much detail on the bottom, but up here it has more, or it has different paint apps. But it's pretty close. It's pretty darn close. It's like the Eaglemoss has extra paint apps in certain places, and the Hallmark has its own apps in certain places. And even the foot pads do match. And the general shape of the runabout is very close. Look at that. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Of course, this is has sounds to it. I think it's Wharf.
I wish you a most honorable holiday. Kapla. I wish you a most honorable holiday. Kapla.
That's all it does. And this Hallmark, its scale is 1:11. 1:11. So that doesn't really go on scale with a whole lot of things either, does it? So there you go. I had the model kit, and I started to put it together. I did not like how it fit. I did not like it. You could customize the model kit and put, interior in there. You could crack this open and put lights in. This has already got lights and his, Worf's voice. This has already got lights and sounds, but it's not accurate. Somebody could take this. I need to press the button, huh? Somebody could take this cap off this door and make an accurate one. I don't know why they didn't do that. They could have made this more accurate. They could take this, design this, and take that and throw it, take this off and put a new one on there that's got a better design and make it much more accurate. I don't know why they didn't, but I don't know. One of these days I might. I probably will design and print a pod for this because it needs one. Yeah, well, I'm doing it. I might as well shrink it down and make one for this too. So anyway, that's my review. If I were to pick one of these are all got their good attributes. Like I said, I'm not interested in the model kit. I got rid of it. I don't know. I like them all. I love the lights on this. I love the lights and sounds on this. And the Eaglemoss, it's got some really good paint apps on it. I just wish Eaglemoss, if they could have went just a little bit further, and I'd rather have some screw holes with covers. Like they could have screwed it together here and it had a square screw hole cover. But these are all glued, so you have to crack them apart literally, which I've done. It's not easy, but this could have lights in it. I'm glad they put translucent pieces in there. That's a awesome plus. That way, if you did want to put lights in it, but I mean they're all a weird scale, except for Playmates. It's got the 1/64, so some model kits. But yeah, they're all a little weird scaled. So what are you gonna do? I'm definitely going to keep the Hallmark. I like the Hallmarks. They're really detailed. They got nice lights. So I think I'm just going to keep them all three because I like them all. What do you think? Which ones would you like? Do you have these? And if you, what things do you not like about them? Oh, I forgot. I have the book. See, it was 23.1 meters. A crew of 24, or no, I'm sorry. A crew of 224. Wow. So the pod is called mission specific pod. Different pods for different missions. The habitat module, warp nacelle. That's the warp core. I called it the energizer. That's the warp core. My bad. Docking hatch. Thruster winglet. Cockpit. Impulse engine. Pod support strut. This was designed by Rick Sternbach and Jim Martin. Rick Sternbach's earliest concepts of the runabout. That was pretty cool. And here we go. You can see where the command pod detaches, and this is the warp sled, and then a cargo module. So this thing was all modular. You could have different modules for specific missions, and of course the pod is not shown. Well, right here it is. Right there you can see that is a deflector dish. The command pod became an escape craft. So it was an escape pod. Middle section could be swapped out to serve different functions, and the backbone provided the propulsion and living quarters. A roll bar module was added so that if two runabouts were shown together in one scene, the audience would be able to differentiate. Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, that's still a cool add-on. Warp sled. So that part is the warp sled. Reminds me of the Vulcan long-range shuttle. There's another concept. That was pretty cool. I know the book is boring to some people, but so I'm leaving it to last. I'm not going to do as much unless you want me to. And here's some more concepts of the runabout. Color. The original shooting model of the runabout was built by Tom Meningers, Brazil Fabrication Model Shop, and filmed the visual effects company MHG, which Sean House talked about Brazil in that video I put up here a while back. The studio model was originally 18 inches long and featured internal wiring for the lighting and the windows. Look, you see, those are model crewmen. You can tell that they're little figures that were built. There's a CG model, and then it sold at auction for $33,000. Pretty cool. There's no pod on it. And let's not forget about the micromachine of the runabout. I did the scale on this too. This micromachine runabout is 1/550. But look at the paint. The paint is a different color around the cockpit, like it should be. It's got the raised paneling. It's raised quite a bit for something this small. You know, to show the detail, it has to be raised quite a bit. The thruster winglet right there, it's really thick. But other parts of this are really quite good. It's even got the NCC number on it down there at the back. It should be on the sides, on both sides. Yes, it is right there. Can you see where it is? It's right there. Good job, Micro Machines, or whoever made Galoob. Who was it? So it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've got it displayed on my Playmates Deep Space Nine, even though it's too big for the Deep Space Nine toy. But it's pretty good. 1/550 as far as detail. I mean, and accuracy. It beats out the Playmates, the big Playmates. It's pretty good, and I think it. I don't know. It's so little. Its proportions. The detail has to be brought out so much that the paneling is raised so much. But I was going to say it might beat the ornament, but I don't think so. So there you have it. I used to have the smaller Eaglemoss model, but it was just too small. Didn't care for it. I got rid of it. So after all that, tell me what you think, and we'll see you next video.